AM 1430 KRGI, 105.5 FM. Good morning. I'm Brian Gallagher, guest in studio from Central District Health Department. Andrew Hill's here to talk about severe weather. Yesterday, we heard some of the initial discussions about Severe Weather Awareness Week, and Andrew's here to fill in more of the blanks. Welcome back.
Hi.
Let's talk about things that people need to be aware of or prepare for, and this is a good week to make sure that your plan's in place.
This is indeed. So the way the week is set out is each day focuses on a different element of severe weather. So Monday is talking about lightning, reminding people that it's extremely dangerous. You know, the old adage of when you hear the roar, go indoors. Things like playing golf can be particularly dangerous because you've got a nice lightning conductor in your hand. People who are outdoors can be especially at risk from lightning. There's 25 million lightning strikes a year in the USA, so you don't want to be one of them. Tuesday is Tornado Day, so reminding people to learn the difference between a watch and a warning. So a watch is that tornadoes are possible. A warning means that tornadoes can be expected, and you should take action. Go and shelter, which leads people into Wednesday, which is today, obviously, Preparedness Day. Making a plan for your family. How is my family going to seek shelter? Where are we going to seek shelter in the house? What do we have put aside? Did we make a kit last year? Have a check the batteries in my flashlight. Do I have a phone battery bank in there as well when we go in? Have you got some medication, food, water, radio? Some people can go maybe to excess and have weeks and weeks worth, but a couple of hours worth of supplies. You might be in your basement for a few hours during a tornado warning. So making sure you've got something to keep the kids busy and making sure you're not going to get thirsty and have to leave. I'll come back to what that also means for Wednesday in a second. Thursday is wind and hail awareness. That central column of the United States from Texas all the way up to North Dakota is the highest risk area of the United States for hail and high wind, so we're right in the middle of Hail Alley, if that's it. And Friday is flood safety, trying to remind people not to drive through flash flooding. Water as little as 30 centimeters, so a foot deep is enough to carry a car away.
All you have to do is look over our history over the last few years, and we've had every one of those events happen in one form or another at some time through this area. So you know it can happen. You know it's going to happen. It just depends on when and where you are. So this preparedness not only means your home has to be ready, but your workplace. And if you're traveling somewhere and suddenly you run into something, what are you going to do?
That's right. So if you're an employer, maybe you want to make sure that your tornado shelter is accessible. Maybe it's signed. Staff know the way there. So one of the activities done is an annual tornado drill. So like a lot of places around here, Central District will be doing their tornado drill at 10 o'clock today. The weather radios go off and we evacuate with members of the public and we test out our shelters and the time it takes for the staff and members of the public to come and take shelter in our tornado shelters. And that's a good way of reminding staff about the risk that they pose, and also that we take their safety seriously, and also that they know how to get where they are, and that the kits in the shelters, our weather radios, our flashlights, and our first aid kits are all stocked up to date. We're going to make sure we look after people.
Make sure that you're ready to go, because you just don't know when it's going to happen, and people tend to be a little nervous when these things go on. It's good to have that comfort waiting for you as opposed to going, oh, where did I put it?
It's always better to be prepared. What's that, the old scout motto, be prepared? You want to be ready for it and not have to do it, rather than have to do it and not be ready for it. Grand Island has a history with tornadoes. I think we need to be cognizant of that and bear that in mind. They will happen.
Severe Weather Awareness Week. Do you have some information available in case people want to look online?
They can check us out online at Central District Health Department, or they can go to ready.gov. And just like we're talking about physical preparedness and weather, there's the public health element of preparedness, making sure that you personally are prepared for emergencies and are fully protected, making sure your vaccinations are up to date, make sure you got some COVID test kits on hand, that sort of thing.
It's always good to think ahead, so now is the time. Andrew Hills from Central District Health Department, always a pleasure.
Same. Thank you.
Good morning from AM 1430 KRGI 105.5 FM.